This week, we showed you how the Oklahoma City Fire Department's keeping up with the increased call demand despite setbacks in funding and also resources. So tonight, we take a look at the Oklahoma City Police Department. How is the economy affecting the department's ability to protect and serve? New at 5, Adriana Ivashinsky went one-on-one with Oklahoma City's top cop to find out. Adriana?
Well, Amanda, it depends on what you're calling the police department for. Chief Bill City tells me the department is committed to saving lives and responding to high-priority calls. But he admits if your call falls into the low-priority category, it will take them longer to get to you. You see, while the city's population has gone up the past 20 years, the number of police officers has actually gone down. Of Oklahoma City, and a total of 266 civilians working for the police department. They are all policing a population of more than 500,000 people.
Our responsibility primarily for the police department is if somebody picks up the telephone and they need our assistance, then we need to be able to respond. And depending on what that call is and how we prioritize it may depend on how quickly we get there.
Oklahoma City's top cop says the department's top priority is saving lives.
Obviously, if somebody's life is in danger, immediate danger, that's much higher priority than it is if you want us to come take a burglary report.
Last year, the department responded to more than 356,000 calls. And though the number of people and calls continues to go up, the force has been forced to cut positions and programs. Police Chief Bill City tells us budget cuts caused them to lose an additional 15 positions this year, although they could have lost more than 40 positions had it not been for the MAPS 3 use tax. Those cuts that were made were in the areas of drug education, drug enforcement, administration, and supervisory positions in both the jail and narcotics divisions.
The narcotics issues are out there. People don't see it a lot because it doesn't affect them or touch them. But we don't have any more narcotics officers working than we had 25 years ago.
The police force did experience an increase of 188 officers between the years 1990 and 2000, but the force has not had a significant increase over the past decade. On the contrary, there are less police positions now than there were 10 years ago.
We don't get complaints because somebody's life was in danger and we didn't get there quick enough. We rarely get that. We'll get complaints on, why aren't you enforcing traffic in a certain area?
Assistant City Manager M.T. Berry understands the problems all too well. He too spent time as Oklahoma City's police chief, but says until the economy rebounds and people start spending money, there's little the city can do to address the need for more manpower at the police department.
One of the things that we're going to have to do is figure out how to fund additional public safety personnel. I mean, that's the bottom line, is finances.
Now, finding those funding sources is the key. Right now, the sales tax is the primary source of revenue for the city, and M.T. Berry says the city has experienced its worst downturn in city history, finishing the last fiscal year $19 million in the hole. Amanda?
All right, Adriana.